Man, has this been a game changer for us. Welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I currently have a 9th grader, 5th grader, 1st grader, and kindergartner. On this channel, I talk to you mostly about secular homeschooling, but also a little bit about motherhood, traveling, and everything in between. Today, I'm going to be sharing a curriculum with you that has really changed our homeschool attitudes, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to share all about it, and that is Denison Algebra. If you have been around a little while, you know that we've had a journey with math. A journey. Is we'd use Math You See on and off all the way up through pre-algebra with my oldest daughter, but we settled on for my oldest daughter's 8th grade year last year, we settled on Nicole the Math Lady and using Saxon Math. Really enjoyed Nicole the Math Lady. I really like her. As my daughter really liked her. She liked her videos. She thought they were fun. She really enjoyed watching her videos. But the Saxon program, no, it just did not work. We did not enjoy it. It did not go well. And math at that point became a real struggle. She already had gotten to a point where she wasn't enjoying math anymore because it's not easy anymore. And so she was already at that point, and then I felt like Saxon just kind of like tanked it. Like it just, we were already starting to hit a point that was a rocky road, and Saxon was the cliff that we just drove right off. And so after that, we tried Khan Academy because little sister had been using it and liked it. It was okay. It went okay. We went back and kind of did like a review of pre-algebra, but she needed to get back to algebra. I needed to make it easy for her, which is why I had her do, I think it was called Getting Ready for Algebra. So it was like post pre-algebra, but pre-algebra is like a review. And she did well with that. It was easier, but she's a kid that needs a video lesson, and short and sweet and to the point. Saxon was taking us over an hour. Like the videos weren't necessarily short, so that was, but then the activities, even having her do only half of them, was taking over an hour. And to me, that just is too long to spend on math. And she did not enjoy that, and that was making our homeschool days so much longer, and it was just bad news all around. And so I reached out to you guys, you know, what's out there, what's working for you, because the option of going back to Math You See was there, but it was another $400 something, or close to $400, which is what I'd already put out for Saxon and Nicole the Math Lady. And I had heard that it's not necessarily the best thing out there, you know, and so I'm like, I don't want to just go to something else that is going to be the same of what we've already struggled with. And it was a resounding try Denison Math. Like almost every post on there was try Denison Math. And so I looked into it, and at first I was like, she's not gonna like this. It's too, she's not gonna like it. That was my first impression, is this isn't gonna work. I don't know. I didn't know. Like, I don't even know what to say. For my first impression was just that I didn't like it. Like, I didn't think she was gonna like it. I thought the videos were kind of boring. I don't know. I just didn't like it. And I'm like, she's not gonna like it. But then I checked it out again because so many people were telling me it was so good. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this a better shot. I'm going to go back, I'm going to look at it. I'm actually going to have her, they have a free sample. I'm actually going to have her try that. She tried it. She again told me she didn't like it, but she doesn't like any math at this point. But once I went back and did it, went through it, I was like, this didn't take very long. That was pretty simple. Maybe this is, at least we're not going to be spending forever doing it. Even if she's fighting, even if she's not liking it, at least we're not going to spend forever doing it. And I liked the videos are better. So my one negative to Khan Academy is the videos are kind of really boring, okay? Denison's videos aren't exactly exciting, but they're quick and short and make sense, and since we've been using it, I've discovered you can speed them up. We typically speed them up to 1.75 to speed, so he talks a little faster. As you can probably tell, I'm a fast talker. We're fast talkers around here, and so that is helping a lot. It's making the videos go faster, and that's helping a lot. So that's another feature about it that I absolutely love. We are now into this. We are now on chapter 3, which is several lessons in. I think we've been using it for 4 or 5 weeks now. It is getting better, you guys. Math is becoming less and less and less of a struggle. We went from tears and throwing to uhs and uhs. I can handle those, okay? Those I can handle, but tears and throwing things, we're not, that's not okay. That's not okay. I can handle the oohs and uhs, that's fine. She's a teenager, okay? But y'all, it's been a game changer. It has been wonderful. The price tag, $175, seems steep to me, but then I started looking at other options, and like I said, I put out $400 on Nicole the Math Lady in Saxon. That's crazy to me. But I thought it was going to work, and it did not work. So anyways, let's talk about the program. That was my little rant about how amazing it is, how wonderful it's been going for us. I'm going to recommend this to everyone. In fact, I already have my best friend switched over to it because she was looking for something for her son, and her son is similar to my daughter. They just want to get it done. This program just gets it done. It gives you the simplest, most basic explanation, and you just get it done. And you know what? Sometimes just getting it done is the best you're going to get, okay? And so what you get when you order the $175 is the subscription to the videos for 1 year. However, in the FAQs, I researched this extensively because we don't always finish things in a year. In the FAQs, it says if you don't finish in that amount of time, it is okay to email them and they will extend your time. Okay, so you're not going to have to spend another $175. So I thought that was wonderful. And that's what finally made me pull the trigger, because I was like, okay, well, at least if we don't get it done in this amount of time, we'll be good. Okay. The $175 includes the video, the student workbook, okay, the solutions manual, and notice I didn't say teacher's manual. This is the solutions manual. It's only the solutions. It is the student is supposed to check their own work. And then it came with a packet of tests, and then answers are in the back of it. This came like loose leafed, and I had to put it in my own binder, and so it does fit in a 1-inch very tightly, but I figure as we use the tests, it'll be less so tight in there, and so it comes with all of that printed as a package. Now here are my thoughts on that. I like that everything's included in one price. That's wonderful. I like that it already came. It was less work for me as far as like having to put it together. However, I have 4 children. So I'm going to be going through this 4 times because it's that great. I will be using it for all my children. That's 4 of these that I have to go through. And I don't love that. First of all, I don't need a second solutions manual because we don't write in it. So there's no reason for me to have order another one of those. That's just wasteful, and I don't like that. So I don't like that I have to order this again because this could be reused. It's nice quality. It would last through all 4 of my children. The test booklet, I think you would need, and so I'm okay with that. The student workbook, I understand, and I'm willing to give it a pass as to why it's done this way, because the student actually takes notes as they watch the video. So he's like literally he has the workbook page pulled up on his computer, and he's writing things on it as he's talking. You don't see him, it's just the page and the markings, and then he's talking. And so I understand why it's like this. I really wish that he would have bound this, or they would bind this in 2 separate books, like a book A and a book B, because this sucker is huge. And I put this out for my daughter, and she is intimidated. And when I'm trying to make math less intimidating, that's not what I want to start with. And so I have binding here. So I'm considering taking the binding out and binding it into 2 separate books myself. But I really wish that they would send this as a book A and a book B, because this is daunting. This is too big. A, it's too big for me to store. It doesn't fit in my bin. I have to put it somewhere else. I don't like that. And B, it is intimidating to my child, who is intimidated by math. So those are my only negatives as far as that system. I don't love it, but it is what it is, and it's fine. Maybe if you're listening, Denison, maybe make an option. I mean, I don't mind having to pay the same price, but make an option where you don't have to send me another solutions manual, because I don't want to send it to the landfill. And consider making this 2 different books, because this is overwhelming. And so those are my only downsides to the program. He does talk a little slow, but that's going to be good for some kiddos. And the fact that you can speed it up is great for our situation, that we think he talks slow, and when we speed it up, it's better. So that problem has been solved for me. So the only issues I have is that the book is humongous, way too big, and the fact that I have to order reusable materials again. I just don't like that. Seems wasteful to me. So anyways, those are the only negatives though. That's it. Everything else, applause. Wonderful program. Absolutely love it. It is working so well for us. So I'm going to kind of give you a down view of the booklets, so you can see kind of those. I will give you a preview of how the inside works. Oh, I do have one more negative. I don't like that my daughter doesn't have her own login. She has to use my login. I don't love that. And I don't like that there's not like a teacher portal where I can maybe like keep some kind of grades or something. Now, I'm doing that on Homeschool Planet myself, so it's not that vital, but I really wish there was like a parent login and a student login that were separate. Many programs do that, so I know it's possible. So that's one thing that I would like to see. I would like to have her own login, and then me have some kind of back end so I can see what's like going on. But other than that, that's the only things that I don't like about this program. And that is so small and so minimal, and so everything else about it is amazing. But anyways, I'm going to show you the down view. I'm going to hop over on the computer, give you a little like look-see at the program. And now for copyright, this is in no way sponsored by them. They don't know I'm doing it. And so I don't want to show you a ton, but I am just going to kind of show you what it looks like in there, and that it's easy to use. And then I'm going to show you inside the books a little bit, and then I'll meet you back here at the end. So before we jump into looking at this program, as I was editing, I realized that I kind of really wanted to touch on some of the free options, or some of the other options that I kind of missed. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about it. I'm going to do algebra. So I've gone up here to courses. I'm going to do algebra. Even though they start at pre-algebra, algebra is what I'm familiar with, so that's what I'm going to click on. They do have a placement test, which I think is wonderful. So we're going to go to algebra, and then I wanted to show here that there are 2 different courses for algebra. So the first course is just like for your average student. This course over here is like a simplified, really slimmed down, designed for students who maybe just have maybe learning challenges, or processing and comprehending math is difficult for them. And so this one is like just a slimmed down version, a more simplified version of the version that we are using. I wanted the standard version. I think my daughter is capable of doing it at this point. I know she is. And so that was the one that I chose. But there are 2 options here. And then this is what you would see if you like go on I'm not logged in. This is the regular Denison. And then this is where you can see the video lessons,
the student textbooks, like everything that's included. But down here is what I wanted to show you guys. So here's the course preview, and this is what I went through. And then it shows a sample, a couple different lesson video samples, a couple different textbook samples, the solution videos, the solutions. So all of that is here for you to kind of look through, and that's what I first looked through. But then back, this scope and sequence is here for you. So like I wanted to put this into my homeschool planet before I actually got the curriculum. So it was really nice to have this pacing guide to get everything typed in and ready to go. So by the time it got here, we could just get started. And then this is the 1 week free trial that you can sign up and do. And then it gives you everything that you would need to do the week of lessons. So 5 days worth of lessons, and you can actually do a whole week, the first week, so that you can see if this is something that's really a good fit for your kids. So,
all right, friends, here is a look inside of the My Library of the Denison program. Once you purchase, it's all the same website. Once you purchase, you will have a login where you can log in and access your courses. And so here we only have algebra so far. So that's the only course I have. And then you click on view course. And then as you go through the course, there's several chapters, 2 pages. Every chapter has a number of lessons. They vary. There is a pacing guide that you can find on the website for free, along with the first lesson and solutions and the whole 9 yards. And I don't even know if I think it might be more than a lesson. I'll have to check and get back to you on that. But as you can see, you have the video lesson. Here is where you can make it speed up. And so we choose typically 1.75 to listen to. You watch the video, you mark it complete, then you go to the solutions video. Once they've done all the practice problems, you jump over to the solutions video. They can watch him go through it. I don't necessarily have her watch these at this point because we are doing a lot of things that she's already somewhat familiar with and she can kind of do pretty quickly. So we check the book, check her answers using the solutions manual. And if she got almost everything right, I don't make her go and watch this video. If she missed the majority of it, then I make her go and watch this video. So that's only happened one time, and she was not in her positive math mindset, and she just didn't try very hard. But she had to go watch the solutions video, and she hasn't done that again. So, so that's what this is. You mark them complete. And that's it. And then you just go back and to do the next lesson, and it's super easy, super straightforward. That, like I said, there is no parent portal side of it or anything. The only thing you get is the My Library. There is a settings. I'm not going to click on it because it has my personal information, and then log out. So that's all you get as far as the computer side of it. But I think they're just kind of a newer program, and this works. So you don't necessarily need more than this. I would appreciate a separate login for my daughter, but that is the only thing. But that's a look at the computer side of it. And then let's jump over to the workbooks. Okay, so this is the Denison Algebra 1 student textbook. Okay, so here is the cover, and then I'm gonna just flip through a little bit. And then I'm going to skip some pages just because I don't want to show my daughter's work. But here is the table of contents. So everything that they're going to cover is here. And then there is this sheet that has kind of a cheat sheet. I wish they had given this as a separate printable, maybe on a cardstock or laminated, or had the option to print it off yourself. But, it is what it is. They can always flip here. And then that is all of that. And then I'm going to flip to these pages. I really love. This is where I was telling you, it was saying have a positive brain attitude, don't cut corners, don't try to multitask, do a lesson every day. This I like too, how to get in a positive brain space. We were trying to come up with ideas, and then all of a sudden he had them in the videos. And then this kind of just explains all of those things. And then the big 3 is the component of his program, so simplify, solve, and graph. I love that he put the graphing at the end. I just think this is such a great approach, like everything makes sense, it goes together, which Saxon was all over the place, and I hated that about it. And then it jumps into the chapters. So I'm going to jump ahead to where my daughter's work is not. Here is a look at what happens in the videos. He goes here, he has you pause and read this, and then he starts his, or well, read I guess the whole thing here, and then he starts by going over these problems, and then he has them pause the video, try a couple of examples, restart the video, watch the solutions, and then the next page is practice problems, and then it just kind of repeats that process. Do the note, watch the video, take notes, try it, watch the solutions, do the practice, and then you can either choose to watch the solutions video or just check them off depending on what works for your child. So that is what the inside of the textbooks looks like. This is the solutions manual, and it's literally just the solutions. That's what the whole book is. It's just the solutions all the way through, and it's exactly the same pages in here where it's like exactly this, and then he's just solved it, and it's handwritten notes, which I don't mind. And then again, I put this in my own binder. It was sent just as this. And you know what? As I'm doing this, I think I'm going to move this to the front cover because, you know, now we know what it is, right? So, but this says parent guide and test booklet. So it does have a few pages in the beginning that talks about to the parent specifically, but it's really just, you know, kind of just the pacing guide and a few things about how to use the program. There is this page, which is where you can go record grades down. But like I said, I would like to see this on the computer, but you know, at least they gave us this. And then it just jumps into the tests. You can see we've already done some of the tests, but it gives you something that I really like is it gives you a test form A and then a test form B. So if they take the test form A and they, you know, bomb it and it's just, they did terrible, that you can go back, review, and then give them test form B. And I love that. We have had to do that for one of them, and it was really nice to have that option to just let her try again. I just really like that it's like really simple, really gives the student a chance to succeed. And then here in the back I have a tab. It has the answer sheets that is just the same as like what the solutions manual is for the textbook. That's all that you get that's physically sent to you, and then you get the videos online. So that is a look inside of the Denison math program. Again, this is Algebra 1. They start at pre-algebra. Another downside, I guess, is that they only start at pre-algebra. I think this would be so great for my kids to use the whole way through, but he's not there yet. And I keep saying he because the guy on the video is a he, so I think it's a he, but I'm not sure. Anyways, this is wonderful. We are absolutely loving it. It is making a change. Literally in the weeks that we've been doing this, I think we are on week 5 when I'm filming this. Math has gone from fighting, screaming, tears, throwing to whine and complain, and I can handle whine and complain. And so I love what he teaches in this. You know, be in a positive mindset, don't skip corners. These are all things that I've been telling my daughter for years, and to be backed up by him is just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It's wonderful. We are loving this program. It has truly been a game changer in our homeschool, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. Again, not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. It's just that great of a program that you guys need to know about it, okay? And so yeah, so that is that. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you to all of you who shared to try Denison. Really, honestly, truly, thank you. I'm so grateful that you guys suggested it because it really has helped us so much. Thank you for being such a great community. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm getting a little rambly. It's a little late here. And so, yeah, I hope you will come back and chat with me again soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Ring that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to check us out over on Instagram at Homeschoolology. Talk to you guys later. Bye.